Hi everyone, I'm just going to do a really quick demonstration for you of 4 different ways in which you can use line to create your Van Gogh masterpiece. So first of all, we're going to look at doing sideways lines. I'll do texture and then I'll do paint. So I'll just take a blue pen, and sideways lines are simply looking like this. They can be different lengths. They can overlap, it doesn't really matter. You can create movement with those sideways lines. You can also mix colour, so I'll put some more lines in there. 2 blues, so if you mix the dark blue with the light blue. The next type of use of line is to swirl. Now, to do a swirl, I might create a sun symbol. Oh no, I won't, I'll do a cloud, I'll use blue again. So a swirl would be something that might look like this. You might go around like this. You might notice this in the Van Gogh painting that you were looking at before. We might do this swirl with our line. You can go slower. You notice how the pen, I'm doing these lines like this, but they even can end up as a dot. Dots create lines. I'll just do one more. There's a swirl, swirling around. Creates movement in the image. The next use of line I'm going to show you is a circle. So let's have a look. I might create the sun with the circle. So I'll take yellow and let's do some movement like this, and we'll go around and around, do a circle, join it up and keep going around. It's almost like a swirl, but there's just lots and lots of circles. You can add some orange to create interest. Notice these are warm colours here we're using. Remember we did this in term 1. All right. And the final use of line that I'm going to demonstrate is a curve. And you'll notice in one of the images by Van Gogh that I've uploaded has trees in the foreground, and they're sort of curvy like this. So you might do some curvy lines. Doesn't have to be perfect, but just use the idea of the tree and outline them with your curvy lines. All right, that's using texture. I'm going to stop there for a moment and I'll come back again, and we're going to use some paint. So pause it. Okay, back again. I am going to begin using paint and applying the same techniques we used with our lines. However, this time around, I've put some paint on a paintbrush. If you have some paints at home, get them out. It doesn't really matter what paint you use. Just have a go with playing with the paint that you have at home and the brushes that you have available to you. So let's do some sideways. By the way, this is modeling the Starry, Starry Night image. We'll do some sideways lines for this, like that. I'm going to keep them not too long. They're just short strokes like that. And I might put some more paint on my brush. Remember, we go around and around and around and around and around. Round and around and around and around and around. We really, really load our brush. We get beautiful, strong colours when we do that. Okay, now I'm going to put that paintbrush down. I'm going to use a different paintbrush for the yellow. I'm going to use the circular motion and demonstrate how you can use the circular brush motion to create lines for the sun effect. So there's movement in the sun. See how I'm doing not too long, they're sort of shortish, and we're not we're not scribbling all over the page like this. We're not doing that, and we're not pushing our paintbrush down. We're holding it very gently. We're going around and around. We're creating short lines so we can see the movement. You might add a little bit of red, and if you can guess what colour that's going to make, if we add a little bit of red to the yellow, what secondary colour am I making there to create that movement? We might go back and put some more yellow in and go around and around, make that circular sign. Notice the movement. And if you compare it to the Starry, Starry Night image by Van Gogh, you may begin to notice some similarity. Okay, now I'm going to take that blue brush again. I'm going to put some green on it. Let's see if we can create those curvy trees in the foreground. So I'm using my thick brush again. So remember our curvy trees, we're going up, short strokes, just creating some curves. You also notice here that I've used what's called mixed media. I've kept the texture, which is fine, and then I've gone and painted over the texture to have a different effect. You can also change brushes and use a smaller brush. A smaller brush might give you some different texture. Size of the strokes will also alter. Notice how you might be able to use your short stroking lines on the inside or the outside of your thicker green lines. There you go. Just see if you can keep using the process of painting short stroke lines like that to get the effect of the movement. I'm now going to do one more, which is the swirl. I'm going to dilute my paintbrush a little bit, clean it off, and I might use the white paint to create the colour of the clouds in my swirl that I used earlier. So I'm going to use my short strokes. Notice how it's a little bit of like a grey-blue colour, and I'm going around and around to create my swirls. I might include some sideways and horizontal short strokes over here and build that out, that beautiful swirl. And I might do another one over here, just because my mind takes me over there. And put some more dark blue short strokes there. Notice how I'm beginning to really fill my page and create the illusion, the image of the starry, starry night. All right, now I might stop it there, and I'll upload the final product later on and show you what we complete with this image. I'd like you to have a go and just play with the different strokes. We have the sideways strokes over here that turn into a swirl. We have the circular short strokes, creating circular lines, and we have the curvy lines over here. What can you do with those 4 different ways of using lines to create movement in your own Van Gogh masterpiece and upload them to Seesaw?